Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. The Yankees win but lose Max Fried, but for how long? It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go!
It's New York Minute Sports.
Well, there you have it, folks. Welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to visit the New York Nuts merch store. That's the beautiful blue link underneath the video. Well, the New York Yankees get a win down in Baltimore tonight, 3-1 behind the bat of none other than Albert Einstein and Reggie Jackson's illegitimate love child, none other than the mustache man, Trent Grisham. But that's not the story in Yankee Land right now. We'll get to the game tonight. But Max Fried news. If you woke up this morning, you've seen that Max Fried lands on the 15-day IL. And you know what that means? In Yankee Land, that means purgatory. Hello? You've been sent to the 15-day realm. In Yankee logic, that can mean 15 days, that can mean 60 days, that could mean 4 months. You never know from the Yankees front office what the actual story is. It's like cloak and dagger, tinfoil hat stuff. But the New York Yankees put Max Fried on the 15-day IL with bone bruise. And you know what? When everybody says the Yankees starting pitching is loaded and stacked, I don't want to hear it anymore. It's almost like jinxing them. You never have enough starting pitching, and it's obvious. With one of the three-headed monsters going down, now you have Cam Schlittler, who's on more innings than he's ever pitched in his major league career, and I was hoping that the New York Yankees, with the rest of the starting rotation, could let Cam Schlittler miss a couple of starts to rest his arm. But now that Max Fried's on the 15-day IL, that is out the window. Now, I said to you on this show earlier that Max Fried last year threw the New York Yankees on his back. And in fact, he doubled his workload more than any time on the Atlanta Braves. And in a contract year where he signed a huge contract, wanted to prove to the Yankees that he could be the left-handed ace of this team. And he did a great job. But he ran out of gas at the end of the year. Remember him in the playoffs last year? He was ineffective. Ever since then, he goes on the injured list during the regular season this year, and we finally get him back thinking, hey, Max Fried for the rest of the year, good to go. Wrong. Now, Aaron Boone actually talked about Max Fried's injury today, and we never know the straight story coming out of the front office, but this is what was said. We just kind of collectively decided it probably best to make sure we get this calmed down, hopefully keep it a smaller issue, which is the hope. So when I put my Judge Judy cap on and go through Aaron Baboon, Bubble, Buffoon, whoa, his word salad, that means that this is a preemptive move. So rather than give Cam Schlittler reps off at starting, and maybe they even, when they expand the rosters, bringing up Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, and where is Luis Gil? Is he in the witness protection program at this point? I have not heard his name uttered once about the starters coming up. I heard Clark Schmidt got knocked back from his rehab start, but where is Luis Gil? If anybody has a on him, let me know in the comments below. But Max Fried now, I'm sorry to say, he's becoming injury prone, and that was one of his biggest issues on the Atlanta Braves. And this is just another blow to the New York Yankees this year with nothing but injuries. Hell, the guy that started the game tonight, Carlos, scrambled eggs in my brain, chips in my elbow, just off the IL, Rodon, who pitched tonight. And can we even trust him? He was another guy who came up. We thought we were going to get him for the rest of the season. Nope, back on the IL. So the New York Yankees have question marks all over their starting pitching all of a sudden, and God forbid, I'm not even going to say it on this show, if something else were to happen. But you know what? Carlos Rodon comes back today, and he pitches 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 4 Ks, 66 pitches. It was your average Carlos Rodon start. Actually, I was a little impressed by it. I thought he would be a little bit sloppier, but now the New York Yankees are completely handling everybody with kid gloves because they cannot afford another injury to this starting rotation. Now, the adverse effect of this, pulling guys out of Carlos Rodon early out of games, it's going to wear and tear on the bullpen. The Yankees did an efficient way of getting through their bullpen tonight, didn't use too many guys, and didn't use Bednar for 4 outs, which I thought I was going to throw a parade for, because Aaron Boone loves to bring him in for 5 to 4 outs all the time, but Bednar's workload was light tonight. This injury also puts more pressure on Ryan Bad Moon Rising Weathers because he's had 5 straight quality starts, and he's been able to kind of do that in the background. The big 3 guys get all the glitz and the glamour and stuff, and Weathers has been slowly compiling good start after good start after good start. What happens when those expectations change and a guy like Ryan Weathers is actually relied on now? He was kind of icing on the cake. Now, another guy that this puts pressure on is Will Warren. Now, that move to the bullpen that we heard about during the trade deadline, how they were going to kind of take starters and move them into the bullpen, now with Clark Schmidt's setback, now with Will Warren being needed in the starting rotation, where are the bullpen arms going to come from? Let me know in the comments below. And where is LaGrange on his rehab back? Like I've said before on this show, Giancarlo's Stanton sightings are becoming Bigfoot sightings. We think we saw him eating the deer carcass on 162nd Street, reports said today. And it's all fluff and bullshit. And this is what we're talking about mostly as Yankee fans, because this team only scores 1 to 3 runs every night, and the highlights are at a minimum. I even see on socials, they put up pitching changes now for socials. We can't even get home runs, let alone now we got pitching changes. But mad props to Lombard Jr., Spencer Jones being on the bag, scoring the runs tonight. Big props to Trent Grisham, who has been having a dismal year. You know how I feel about the mustache man, but he gets the job done in a much-needed division game. Also, the Tampa Bay Rays got blown out by the Blue Jays. And like I said in the beginning of the season, never really count the Blue Jays out because they have changed their approach at the plate. Just like I would wish and beg and plead the New York Yankees to stop with the launch angle and exit velocity nonsense, because their whole thought is keep hitting the ball hard and they will eventually land. The Toronto Blue Jays threw that out the window. They go, hey, this isn't working. Now they're playing small ball, and they scored 10 runs against the Tampa Bay Rays tonight, so the Yankees get a game closer. Also, all this wild card talk, the New York Yankees need to still win this division. They still have a decent starting rotation. They still got the best bullpen in baseball, and they still have a lineup that I think might be able to wake up out of their slumber eventually. You know how teams go on hot streaks, 13 games in a row. We even saw it from the Boston Red Sox this year. The New York Yankees have been down so much all year long that their offense seems like it's about to pop at some point. It needs to. Just literal mathematics and law of averages, the New York Yankees eventually have to start hitting. Or at least I'm going to tell myself that so I don't have to go to the mental institution, because late at night I sob and look at the batting averages on the New York Yankees. But the Yankees get a much-needed win down in Baltimore, and they'll be in the same place tomorrow night, and the Yankees got to get it done. There's only 37 games left in the regular season, and you know what? One of the silver linings in the way that the New York Yankees are playing baseball in these 2-run, 1-run games, yeah, it can burn your bullpen out and it can burn your team out, but it can also galvanize your team. These guys will walk into the playoffs having played playoff quality games for the last 37 games, and the way that they win games by 1 or 2 runs, The stakes have been high for a month and a half, and that's the way that you win games in the playoffs. You win them by 1 or 2 runs with good starting pitching and a great bullpen, and that's what the New York Yankees can have. Also, what kind of Giancarlo Stanton are we going to get back? What kind of Aaron Judge are we going to get back? And what kind of Cody Bellinger are we going to get back? There is a bunch of question marks with the New York Yankees going forward, but you know what? I'll be covering it all right here on New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Also, have you become a New York Nut yet? For $1.99 a month, you get twice the show for half the dough with the membership Mondays baseball show. Also, the New York Nuts merch store. That's the beautiful blue link underneath the video. Go over there and check out all the t-shirts made in the USA, just like yours truly. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby. Good night, Canada. Go sweep the Rays. Bye.
That's your boy.
So
You said he was.
Goodbye. That's my boy.
Good.